What's the state for the Venezuelan economy 2023? Today we discuss it.
Welcome to Venezuela Insider, the only place in Venezuela for expats, digital nomads, entrepreneurs, investors, travelers, and related internationals. For more information, venezuelainsider.com.
Today we are talking about the outlook for the Venezuelan economy on 2023 according to the renowned economic firm Ecoanalítica, that they gave a presentation on how the Venezuelan economy it is right now, the state of the economy 2023. So we're going to discuss their take on, of course, the Venezuelan economy. So let's start. The forecast for the GDP growth for the Venezuelan economy on 2023, according to Ecoanalítica, is 3.4% by the end of the year. It was 7.6% for year 2022, a little bit under the 10% that many estimations worldwide were saying regarding, of course, the GDP growth of Venezuela. First, they talk about the commercial growth that is being bad on the first quarter of 2023 compared to, of course, the first quarter of 2022 that was very good. However, on the second quarter, things tick up a little bit better, and the forecast for the second semester of 2023 tends to be a little bit more positive. Yeah, we are, let's say, on a little bit of a contraction, technically a recession on the first two quarters of 2023. However, the sentiment within the private sector is more positive towards the second semester of 2023. We see somehow a correction after the sugar rush of the growth that we had on 2021 and 2022. However, Ecoanalítica also points out that Venezuela still is a poor country at the moment. The GDP per capita was a little bit over 10,000 by 2012, 2013, and right now it's a little bit over $2,000 of GDP per capita right now on 2023. At this moment, the Venezuelan GDP should be better than Bolivia and Guatemala, and at this moment is just slightly better than Haiti and Nicaragua. Other dire situation is with the banking credit within the Venezuelan economy. It's just 2% of Venezuelan GDP and should be right now, to the very least, at 30% of GDP, mostly to the private sector that demands a lot of credit for further growth within the Venezuelan economy. Also, one of the indicators that Ecoanalítica points out is the Atlas Index for the degree of complex of the Venezuelan economy, that at this moment is bad because the Venezuelan economy is not a complete diversified economy, and hence the economic situation is not as good as it should be. Other factor that should be discussed is the tax revenue of the Venezuelan government that has risen on the past few years, and hence, since the government is covering to a certain degree their expenses with tax revenue, that has decreased the monetary expansion that we saw on the past decade that led to hyperinflation. So at this moment, the money printing, to put it in some context, is being in check compared to the past decade. Also, dollarization has been kept at bay on the past few years. Remember, the Venezuelan economy is being dollarized de facto by the Venezuelan population since 2018, and the share of the use of the USD is a little bit over 42%. The Bolivar still keeps being the most used currency, around 47%. Also, the euro is being used in the Venezuelan economy, close to 3.7%. Also, the Colombian peso has a small share. Crypto has a little bit of a market share regarding the currencies in Venezuela, around 1%, and other forms of payments are around less than 1%. Now, the individual income in Venezuela is still very low. Over 50% of individuals make less than $100 per month. Close to 40% make between 100 and 300 US dollars per month, and just a small fraction of Venezuelans earn more than $1,000 per month. So this says that still the average Venezuelan is struggling to make ends meet within the Venezuelan economy, although the individual income has risen considerably on the past 5 years since the de facto dollarization and since the Venezuelan economy hit rock bottom on late 2017, early 2018. So my take with all this information is, of course, the Venezuelan economy is better than we had on 2017. That was a sub-Saharan economy back then, but still we are a long way to go. Situation at least stabilized on the indicators that we had on 2017, 2018. Right now in 2023, we are slightly better, still we have a long way to come, but on my personal take, is the situation should improve on the next 5 to 10 years. I'm not saying it's going to be, a panacea, it's going to be an utopia, but a situation that should be way better than we had in 2017, that right now we have it, and should be a little bit better, to say the least, on the next decade, just because most of the economic destruction of Venezuela was self-inflicted by, of course, the government and other situations that happened around that, not because of some natural disaster. Well, so please give me, I want to read your comments about what's the future of the Venezuelan economy.
Thank you for watching Venezuela Insider. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. If you want to work with us, VenezuelaInsider.com. Thanks again and have a nice day.